And it's 4th and 4. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And right away, he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They want to come to the front in 2016.
The gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rodgers now on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. Back to the ground. It's Lacy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A gain of 3, second down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Riddick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. This is brought in by Hardy. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here we go now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Tim Wright, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Back to throw again. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And his pass incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On second down, laces. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third down and 8 now. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. A dump off to Lacey. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Forced out to his left. Caught by Nelson left side. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Rodgers will try again on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And now for the offense. This is play number 11 here on this drive. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Stays on his feet. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had a long way to go. They started that drive at their own 3, and they scored 3 from it.
What an excellent job by an offense that could have very easily just said, okay, let's just take a few plays safe, punt the ball away, and play some defense. Instead, they found a way to attack and put themselves in position to put points on the board.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Perry able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go play action here on first down. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll set up a throw, and he connects with Ebron. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. On the ground, it's Riddick. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watching that party.
Riddick with a carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Roberts with it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Ebron with it over the middle. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Kenny Clark able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
One back is Lacey. And they'll give it to him here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He'll drop to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
That big loss there on the pass completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw now on 1st down. Ebron's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Fresh set of downs here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and it's good enough for a Detroit first down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. To throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Back to throw here. Finds Roberts left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll look to throw here. Backing up. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
When a ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete, sometimes it's almost insignificant. But not in this game because 3 interceptions have already been thrown. So when this one got tipped in the air, you just had to wonder, could this be the fourth? Instead, it falls incomplete, and the guys on offense breathe a sigh of relief.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They come out here in the eye. They begin the drive with Lacey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Again, it's Lacey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. Ebron caught left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They come up in an offset eye. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And they win. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. One back is Lacey. Now it's Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Third down now following the completed pass.
319, 258, 319.
Rodgers going to try and throw him. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eli Harold in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So just nowhere to escape the pressure that time. He goes down for a safety, and that should all but do it here in this one.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, but you're right. Now they have to kick it away, and this one definitely looks like a lost cause.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
And tough starting field position here. One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come up in an offset eye. Rodgers throwing here. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On third down, here's Lacey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clay Matthews in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
All right, here we go.
And they are able to spike it, cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. 3-19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Packers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.